My gladiator is asleep, so we can do us. We could do us, guys. For a minute. Oh, God.
When I said I just got done filing my taxes, and I had an appointment at 1 o'clock, right? I'm the only black person in this lobby. They've helped everybody walk in and everything before they got to me, and I felt some type of way by the time they got to me, because like I said, my appointment's at 1. Y'all didn't call me back here till like 1:30. The lady that's doing my taxes, mind you, I've been to these people for probably like the last 10 years. Get a brand new lady today. And I'm mad, I'm frustrated. By the time I get back here, I'm like, well damn, my appointment was at 1, it's 1:30, like I got shit to do, what you whoop type shit. I look down at this lady's desk and she got this card on her, and she's talking about how she don't have no disability, but her speech. When I said I just got done filing my taxes, and
having a child with disability is not for the weak. It's random because I was thinking of like content and stuff to like post at the end of the month and next month, and I was thinking Autism Awareness Month is next month. So I'm just looking at Landon thinking of like, okay, like a cute caption I can write, or just like describing my experience with having a child with autism. If you're new here, I am a single mom and I have 2 boys, and my oldest is Landon, he's 8 and he has autism, and he is nonverbal as well. If you look at him and you're unfamiliar with me and just my kids, like you would think that Landon is not autistic because he doesn't look autistic. And you notice that he's not really giving you that much eye contact, and he's not interacting with you like a normal 8-year-old would. And I say normal because, like a neurotypical child would not act the way Landon acts. But then when I think about it, it's like Landon is so freaking smart. Like he has an insane photographic memory, and he is obsessed with like maps, and he can tell me like where to go, like all the places that he likes. I honestly think Landon can drive a car. He's only 8 years old, but he studies like videos of people driving, and he's obsessed with vehicles, and he can draw the vehicles and the emblems, and all of that. Like, he is obsessed. When he wants to watch something, he can draw it out. I mean, he can tell me, like, he'll memorize what he wants, but just for fun, he'll just draw the poster for a Shrek movie or the poster for Turning Red or whatever he likes at that moment. And then I think about like the not so cool things. Landon would literally have me like crying myself to sleep.
Yeah, I'm not talking, man. I'm not talking, Ken.
Hey guys, this is a video for my STEM parents, okay? Now, if you are a parent to a young STEM child and you're in that place, that confused place, I just want to say some things that will help you a little bit. So in the beginning, when I first found out that my daughter was autistic, I was depressed and I didn't understand these emotions, but now I do. So in the beginning, when you find out that your child is different than what you thought they were going to be, you're going to go through a grieving process. You're going to grieve the child that you once thought you was going to have. Now, when I found out I was having a daughter, I was so excited. I thought my little mini me, when she says, like when she gets to that one and she starts talking, that we're going to be doing our nails together and just little girly stuff. And when I found out she was autistic, those dreams died. So it's kind of like, yeah, I was grieving that. I was so depressed and I just wanted to be a mother to a daughter that I envisioned, but that was no longer part of my vision because everything has changed now. She got to one, she wasn't talking, she still isn't saying sentences, but she's now started saying words. But at the time, I couldn't even think. I was just thinking she's not going to talk. It was just, I was in such a negative mind frame. Another thing is, I would go past other mothers with daughters and I would feel envy. I would look at them and I would just be so jealous because I wanted that. I wanted a daughter that was saying mummy. That was, do you know what I mean? I just really wanted that. But now I am at the place of acceptance. Now I've gone through that grieving place. I was depressed. I was whatever you name it. Like, but now I have reached a place of acceptance. I have now accepted that my daughter is.
Yo, how come nobody talks to me in the Discord, man? How do I move around out there, man? I need a damn tutorial, man. But we also need a tutorial on how bad box can be a life of worry, man. You understand? Not paying attention to your box could be a life of worry. And here's the evidence, man.
I've now accepted that my daughter is autistic, but it does not mean that she is not going to be capable of the things that I want her to do in life. It just means she's going to reach there at a slower pace.
Slower pace. They laugh at me and King Disagreeable when we say slow. They think that we are the ones trying to be insensitive. No, that's what we called it when we was growing up. You go at a slower pace.
She's going to reach there at a slower pace, but I'm just taking each day as it comes. But because I have accepted this situation, it has made it a lot easier for me. But I just want to say that go through the grieving process. It's absolutely normal. It's going to pass, and when you reach that acceptance phase, things are going to be a little bit easier because you're going to.
It's not really much to say, man. It's tough out here, man. I mean, this is what happens.
We need more content. We need more content. I want to see you in your real life. This.
Hold on.
I haven't done my baby's hair in a minute. I haven't done my middle child hair in a minute.
She's not feeding, right?
My youngest is 3. She's ready to be 4, and she's on the spectrum of autism. She doesn't chew, and she doesn't say very many words. However, she's very, very healthy. And so, for me, breastfeeding for 3 years straight.
Right. She's feeding. She's feeding. She's feeding, man. Yo. No, man. Ah. We remember we saw that other video where I'm not trying to be funny, but we saw the other video. Remember, I can't do this with this nigga here with the slow baby, and she was like, "Nah, make sure I breastfeed and all that." Ma'am, what are you doing? Remember? It's like, nah, but I breastfeed my slow baby so they could be super strong. I was like, wow, now, these people are sick.
Very healthy. And so for me, breastfeeding for 3 years straight has been keeping her the size that she needs to be. She the same size as a child that eat regular food. You know what I'm saying? That live a regular normal life, if not bigger. Okay.
I can't. I don't even know why I went down this road, man. Okay, I don't even know why I went down this road. This road, she said, even bigger than the ones who operate. I'm not going to. I don't even know why I'm going down this road. But being that the king is here, I guess it's just for me and you, pimp. This is our laugh time. Having a baby with an American woman, especially black, puts you at risk for us. Come on. The truth hurts, literally, man. That hurts. She said, yeah, my child is bigger as the normal ones, if not bigger. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That live a regular normal life, if not bigger. Okay.
Wow.
And she's very, very, very advanced in so many other things, but she just don't chew and she don't talk. But she'll go and she'll get on the pot. If we continue to be consistent at it, she'll do that. She knows how to work the tablet, she knows how to work the phone.
This is wild. Yo, King, I think we went too far here. Dog. We ran across a Gladiator BW feeding her baby on TikTok. Doesn't even matter if the baby's slow or not. That just adds to it. Ma'am, you are slow. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to the comment section. Shit. You're the best mama, kind, selfless, compassionate, dedicated, and clearly hardworking. Muffin said, mine's don't, and Muffin got a rainbow emblem. Mine's don't chew or talk, but everything else he does. No bathroom either yet. Hold on. Dang.
It's always somebody.
Dang. Sheesh. Breastfeeding is amazing. Unbelievable, bro. They really did a number on us. Sheesh.
I wanted to make this video because this is how I'm feeling currently. And I never get on here and talk when I always want to. And hopefully I come across a timeline with more autism moms. And, just hear advice and stuff like that. Or hopefully maybe I'm not the only person that feel like this. So my daughter is 2 and I recently just found out.
I agree, dog. I actually agree. I mean, that's the thing. Now, clearly our generations spoil you the people where teaching us was easy. Now you got to spend a little more time with these children and make them not be slow. And they're looking to say, well, I can't wait till he go to school so they can, do all this stuff. Nah, that's a great point.
Has autism. She has autism and she has speech delay and stuff. The holidays, birthdays are really hard for me because it's like I don't get the regular, like,
I'm not gonna say regular. I'm not gonna use that word.
I'm not going to use the word regular. Brothers, what I'm trying to showcase is Bad Box goes many different alleyways of destruction, man. And Bad Box makes women find pride in the wrong places. That's what I'm trying to showcase here, man.
Don't get the same experience as other mothers with 2-year-olds. Like, I love my baby. I'm blessed to have my baby, but it makes me sad when, I want her to be excited about the gift she got, or I want her to take pictures and, smile. I want her to I want to see some enjoyment in her, like that, that she's happy that I did these things for her. Not even that, I just want her to know that she is loved. And I know that she is loved. Don't get me wrong. And I know that materialistic things is not going to make her feel loved. But it hurts. Like, I see everybody posting, like, their kids happy, talking, expressing themselves, like, oh, my. And it gets to me. It gets to me a little bit, because I know that right now I won't have that with my child. Like I have it harder. Like, it's different. Like, sometimes my daughter doesn't want to cooperate. Sometimes she doesn't even want to be bothered. Like, she have tantrums. She want to cry. She likes what she likes, and that's fine. But sometimes it get hard on me. And I hope I don't sound like I'm being selfish or anything. It's just it's challenging. But I'm taking it day by day. And I know that, she's still smart and she's loved and she's different. And I love her for that. But during these times, it do become hard for me.
This is what Bad Box takes these people to some tough places, man.
Listen, people ask me all the time, how do I get through life as someone that is autistic? I'm a Black woman. I have kids, right? Single mother, divorce, like.
My God.
I am so tired. I'm so tired of not having no support for me and my kid. Like, I'm just so fucking tired. I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping because I'm always stressed. I have insomnia. And I really don't have anybody to help me with my kid. I haven't slept. Like, I barely slept because I'm so stressed. I just started this job. It's been going well, but of course, something always has to happen. Everybody in my life knows my situation. Like, I've been working so hard, just so hard to, keep it together and to keep a job and to build my support. And it just doesn't work for me. It just really, it's 7:00 in the morning and I have to be at work at 9. I was counting on my knees to watch my son while I was at work. And of course, she played me. She had a trip or whatever, which I understand. I literally was waiting up for her to arrive. And then basically she was like, I'm not going to be up. I'm not going to wake up until like 1 in the afternoon or whatever. After I, made a deal with her, like I asked her to watch my son, and of course, lo and behold, I got fucking played. I literally been up, trying to reach out to people, telling them my situation, like, please, can you watch him so I can go to work? I have to be at work at 9:00 or 8:50 because I like to be there a few minutes early so I can clock in, but I have to be at work, and then I work till 6. And of course, nobody responded to me besides his father, who, of course, he can't just say, yeah, I'll watch my son. This man is literally trying to coerce me to have schmecks with him so he can watch his kid.
There you have it. Why did you leave him? And like I said, the fact that you can produce what you produced, he definitely realized you are recreational. And you should come to the realization that you are recreational and let it benefit you. Stop trying. Listen, all that standard stuff. No, you made your decision. Now you make a deal with him. You made a deal with your niece. And that's just like I always said. My homie told me, he said, King Disagreeable. Oh boy. My homie always told me, they don't even know how to be selfish the right way. That is the right way to be selfish. Throw your box around like you did to have that slow baby so you can go to work and make your money. That's how you be selfish. You don't even know how to be selfish. For free. Unbelievable. So let me ask you this. So you gonna go sleep with somebody else with your slow? I'm not trying to make fun of the baby. I'm just saying, is that what you're gonna do? I don't think so. I actually don't. I think you really that stupid.
To have schmecks with him so he can watch his kid and I can work. Like, I can't even get him to watch his kids so I can work and keep a roof over our head without going through bullshit, without having my nervous system shot, without being triggered. I have anxiety through the roof, and I started messaging him like, are you please be here before 8, please be here before 8.
Right. Baby daddy answered the phone like, give up the box so you could do your thing like you always have. I don't get it. That's the real player move to do. Oh, I could just do that to you, get you out the way, then everything's good. Stupid. Why are you trying to gain morals now? And crying about it.
I don't even know what to do. He's literally disrespecting me and cursing me out because I'm messaging him to be here. Like, I'm going through so much.
No, that's not true. First of all, you produced something that pissed him off. Okay? Second of all, probably child support involved because you're not even with the nigga. Third of all, you think you can just use him up and give him nothing? No. He's mad because you're bothering him when you know you're supposed to have this whole family thing together. Letting him smash you and let him wear the burden of having that slow baby.
Anxiety and stress. People that said that they were going to be there for me, of course, they're not there. They're not there. No.
But he's there for you, but you got to give up your box like you always do. But now it's a problem.
Of course, they're not there. They're not there. Nowhere to be found. Anytime that I ever need help for me and my child, I can never count on anyone at all, ever. But I'm the person that people come to so I can watch their kid. I'm the person that they come to when they need someone to be there for them, when they need someone to give them money, when they need something from me, but no one is ever there for me. When I say I don't have support, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I literally have no support from friends and family, and I don't even, like, I'm by myself. I'm literally by myself. I'm going insane trying to keep it together, trying to keep this job, trying to be a good mother. And this is the shit that I go through. Literally. Like, I don't even know what to do at this point with this job. Like, I'm literally just fucked. When I say that this life is hard, being a single mother of a special needs child, this is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. I don't even remember the last time I got a full night's sleep, or when my nervous system wasn't shot to hell, or a day where I haven't had anxiety, a day where I could say that, like, yeah, I had the support that I needed.
There you go. bad box can be a life of worry. You understand me? That's where this can lead you, all the way down the damn.
I'm a special needs mom. Of course, I have sensors on my doors, just in case someone breaks out and wanders off. I'm a special needs mom. Of course, I have a changing station set up in my childhood. I'm a special needs mom. Of course, I buy my son sneakers and then put on adaptive shoelaces so that way he doesn't have to worry about them becoming untied. And can't forget about the special orthotic insoles. I'm a special needs mom. Of course, I have social stories posted everywhere, including in the shower. I'm a special needs mom. Of course, I have stickers on my house as well as my car to indicate that I have a child with autism. This lets emergency.
Sorry, guys. I just need to let you know how the black box, you know, it just never ends, bro.
Neither one of you have help from their fathers.
Just ghetto.
It's rough.
I don't think that the person who I procreated with is a good example.
Wow.
You have to be able to be patient. Reacting in a negative way towards them, forcing them to be something that they're not,
That's
conducive
not
to
helpful
for them
yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Was he ever active in his life before the diagnosis?
We were engaged, so that turned into an abusive relationship, and I took the baby on that.
Wow.
This is not a puppy. I'm not gonna force you to be
Yeah.
around them.
And you can't be in and out.
No.
Yeah.
You really
Yeah.
can. I have some amazing friends, but like I just can't leave him
For
with
sure.
anyone. It's taxing unless you're used to it.
For sure.
You don't even see him on holidays. Like, hey, it's Father's Day, you want to get him? You didn't even have a father in your life. You had the capability of like really being
Of changing
Yeah.
that cycle.
So why would you not? When I had that baby, 360.
360.
Once the baby gets here, like it stays, you know. I am not going to force you because what you're gonna bring this way is bullshit.
And
And
trauma.
and there are days when I'm tired, and this boy has been 30 minutes and he's still crying.
Woo.
And then I'll be like, yo, daddy.
See that? F your daddy, because the bad box produce. I would say, like I said, man, once we realize what your box produce, now you need to be catering. You know that man ain't signed up for no shit like that. Now, in the past, it was like, you know, you say God did this to you. Nah, y'all want to be science driven. We are science driven. We realize that no, God did not curse anybody. You understand? This is the penalty of what you did with your box. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy what boxer do to the brothers, man.
Yeah, I just can't. I'm so ill. I'm so ill, and I have no energy. I'm actually even thinking, what am I gonna make for dinner? Probably not gonna make anything. I'm just gonna order something.
Yo, this is crazy.
And this is
This is crazy.
There's no one to help you. My back is aching. They've turned the whole place upside down. And then just getting kicked left, right, and center.
Can I see her?
Ouch, Naya!
Yeah, don't laugh, man. Leave that up to me, man.
So there's a lot of reasons that being a single mom is hard, right? But one of the things that I've been thinking about recently, especially with my son's medical stuff, is that one of the hardest parts about being a single parent is not having someone to lean on. Now, I have family members I can call. I have a couple close friends that I can call, but it's so different having someone.
Yo, B, I don't want, if you in the clouds watching, just watch. This is a special show for, don't agree with King Disagreeable. Don't laugh. Don't do anything, man. This is class. But that shit was funny.
That's in your home with you, dealing with hard news, finding out stuff, making an action plan, that kind of thing. It's been extremely difficult for me to not have someone to piggyback ideas off of, and to not be able to lean on in moments where I'm getting super frustrated, or my son is having a tantrum, or I'm talking to a doctor and my son's having a tantrum at the same time, and I can't hear what they're saying and focus on him. And you just don't realize how hard that is until it's a moment where you really need somebody. And when I found out about my son's diagnosis a couple days ago, I wish I would have had someone to immediately pick up the phone and call. And going home that night, there was no one there, right? And so it all relies on me. And as confident as I am as myself as a mom, I feel like I'm an amazing mom and I'm doing everything I can for my child. But as confident as I am, it still would be so wonderful to be able to look at someone and say, I just need a hug. I just need a hug. And so what I'm really trying to do is provide the safest space for my son emotionally and physically right now, because I know his little body is going through crazy emotions too, dealing with all of this. So if you have people around you that are single parents, show them love, support them, pick up the phone.
There you go, guys. This is what bad box will get you. I'm trying to show you something, man. Okay.
Okay. Good morning. Well, good afternoon, love bugs. Today is Saturday, and we had a couple things we needed to take care of.
Hold on.
Then you got to consider I have personal needs. I have to pay bills outside of OJ. So the financial strain, it worries the hell out of me. And I guess balancing responsibilities will be runner up because it's a lot having to juggle one work, getting up early, first of all, earlier than usual to drop my son off before my start time at work. Then you have to go to all these therapies and these sessions after work. It's like, damn, get a bitch brave.
No. It's like, damn, that's what my pussy. Yeah. This is what happens when you have bad box. You don't take care of your box and you just try to push out anything. And you a single mom. Ma'am.
I've seen a lot of parents say that they socially have to isolate themselves from certain places or certain situations because their kids were autistic. But baby, let me tell you how I do it. OJ goes with me to every function that he's allowed to go to. He sure does. Make room for OJ. Well, everybody knows OJ is coming. If I don't have a babysitter and I need some time, I need some air, all my friends better be ready to be on duty because I need a break. But OJ, he goes outside with me. And when I say outside, if I'm going to a friend's house, he coming.
All right. So I gave y'all a little bit of fun there. Okay. Now that's the fun side. I want y'all to know something. That's the fun side. See? That's the fun side. Okay. And we're not talking any violence, anything like that. It's just wild shit, man.
All right, so I have a student who recently was evaluated. That means that's the initial, and got an IEP. It's pulled out maybe 2 to 3 times a week, still not producing any work, all with me or when being pulled out, and we are all frustrated. They were doing the most, right? So here's the thing. That video I was talking about is when the special education teacher is not doing their part. Meaning they're not doing their job, they're not doing the most, they're not doing all the things mentioned in the video linked to this comment.
Hold on. Hold on.
Special educator cousins, come on in here, let's talk. Well, as y'all can imagine, the video I made yesterday asking parents of a certain high school in a certain school district in Texas to reach out to me if they were having some.
Hold on. Let me do something else.
your children evaluated for ADHD. Because if your son can...
Hey y'all, good morning. Let's talk about this quickly. Now, respectfully, Dr. Umar, I understand that everything is woke and all of that, and I'm very much woke. But when it comes to getting your child evaluated, that has nothing to do with being woke. If you as a parent see something different in your child, go and seek help. It will only help them in the long run. Now let's break it down. I have an autistic son. My son likes lettuce, ketchup, and that's it on his burger, right? And that's similar to how he learns. He learns a specific way. Now, without an IEP, I cannot order him lettuce and ketchup only on his burger. See, what happens when your child doesn't have an IEP, there is a standard way that teachers teach, and that's it. So there's no complaining about, hey, my son ordered lettuce and ketchup only on his burger, right? So if you are constantly going into the school and say, hey, my child is not progressing, my child's grades are not good, and so on and so forth, and you know as a parent that it could be better, if only you could customize their order, right? That's what evaluation and IEP is for. They literally have to scientifically be sure and verify that something is different about your kid. Then once they verify something is different, evaluate, that's when the order comes in. The order.
Let's talk about our African American students and how Project 2025 America First wants to ensure that more African American students get IEPs. December 2016,
Remember, this still got everything to do with the box.
I just realized I promised to do videos on writing an IEP when information is missing.
Hi, TikTok world. Again, my voice is still hoarse, but it's coming back a little bit. But as promised, I am going to talk about early intervention, Part C services in all of our 50 states.
Sorry about that, man. Oh, hold on.
First off, if you are a single parent, and I'm just saying single parent because this is my experience, dealing with having to navigate the school system with children with special needs and go through the IEP process. It's very challenging. So I tip my hat to you if you're going through that system. But anyway, none of the IEPs are excellent, which all kids have. But regardless, today it was through an IEP meeting. It was a big debate back and forth regarding why my kids don't socialize and talk to other students, right? It's a big deal. And the disagreement or the chaos or the misunderstanding was between the pathologist who was doing the observation and the testing and the teachers. The teachers are like, they speak to me all the time. We talk, they knew things about them, like martial arts, new personal interest. That the only way you can find that out is if you have a conversation with them, right? And the pathologist was like, really, you don't talk? I didn't observe that because she went to classes, like she, said in class with observation. And she said that she noticed that they didn't talk to other students, right? And one time a student tapped one of them on the shoulder or something, was running kind of smiled, but acknowledged, but didn't talk to them. And
just remember, guys, because it's talking all fast and everything. I don't know if y'all could catch it, but just remember, all this comes from mismanagement of the box. So you got to stay focused. Now look at this. This one here is what they go through.
You can make it today. Today we're going to discuss and determine whether or not Matthew needs an evaluation for a specially designed instruction.
Wait, determine?
As a result, we're not going to evaluate Matthew at this time, as we feel that we don't need to provide any sort of eligibility testing for specially designed instruction.
Wait,
Thank you so much, Mrs. Kizzy. So here's a copy of our procedural safeguards. It's about 140 pages. So take your time and read through it. If you have any questions, send your teacher an email. Little Matthew is so cute. We really appreciate you coming today. We have another meeting in about 2 minutes, so we will talk to you soon. Thank you. Have a seat. Matthew has ADHD. I've gotten a million phone calls, at least one a week, from his teachers saying that he's being disruptive in class. He has not been able to complete his homework, and he's not doing well. We can put him in our response to intervention. It's like kind of tutoring with a small group, and then we can collect the data. And if he's falling behind, then we can determine whether or not we're going to evaluate him. How's that? The response to intervention program sounds great. However, I still want him to be evaluated. When can we do that? We just don't have enough data on Matthew. According to the Individuals with Disabilities Act, you cannot use a response to intervention program to delay any sort of evaluation for eligibility testing for a child with a suspected disability. Everybody else at the table understand that?
So
You can make
after the bad box, right? And after they just, have the baby or whatever the case is, they go out here and, like we already saw, they know they get an assessment a lot of times before the baby starts kindergarten or whatever the case is. Get up in there, the baby starts to not comply. And so they want to get an evaluation from the school, and the teacher says, the principal says, or whoever says, no, we need more data on him. So they struggle to get the needs for the special education for the children. It's bad, man. It really is. It's something else that they do as well. 504.
Can we talk about how ableist school attendance policies are? I didn't realize this until I had a daughter with ADHD, and she struggles with executive functioning. So things like being on time for school are very, very difficult. It doesn't matter what time we wake up. It doesn't matter how much time we spend preparing the night before. It doesn't matter how many days we've done it. Every day is a new day, and it's another opportunity for us to be late. For years and years and years, I used to let this stress me out. I would yell, I would fuss, I would scream. I would leave the house with my last vision of her being anger and stress. And I said, I'm not doing that this year. This year, I'm going to help her prepare. And then when it's time to leave, I'm going to announce that I'm in the car. And then I'm going to sit in the car and I'm going to wait. And whenever she comes out, she comes out. And then we'll head to school. I'm not lecturing her on the way there. And I'm just going to let the natural consequences play out. We'll come to find out at the school, if you get to the school past 7:17, they close the exterior doors. If you get to school past 7:20, there's a tardy. And once you get 3 tardies, you have in-school suspension, 3 more tardies, a disciplinary referral. And beyond that, they start making it so that you cannot get your driver's permit when it's the appropriate time because your attendance is now a problem. I was talking to our pediatrician about it today, and we both came to the conclusion that not only is that not helpful, those are not natural consequences. We are struggling. We have identified the struggle. We are putting in things to help with the struggle. But while we're learning, having this punitive consequence attached to it is not helpful. It's just adding more stress, and it's actually interfering with the learning process. My goal is to support her, help her develop her executive functioning skills so that when she goes to college, when she gets a job, she knows what she needs to do to compensate for whatever weaknesses that she has in that area. The school having this approach doesn't have any grace, and it doesn't account for the fact that not all individuals are able to get up, get ready for school, and get out of the door.
There you have it, fam. We all know that, gladiators did not want this to happen. You understand?
So I'm Miss AVSOP, and today let's talk about a 504 plan. A 504 plan is a formal plan that a school develops to give kids with disabilities the support they need. It took me like 3 tries to get this take right. Now, a 504 plan and an IEP are very similar, except
Platt, this live stream is for you, man. We waiting for you, man. These are your good hours. It's like 7, 8 o'clock in the evening out there, right?
Except that
like 3, 4 o'clock.
Except that there's no special education involved in the 504 plan. Technically, it covers any condition that limits daily activities in a major way. This could be things like vision support, ADHD, anything that would limit your child. Many times a 504 plan will be used if a child does not qualify for an IEP. Now, in some cases, in some states specifically, therapy can be given under a 504 plan, things like speech therapy, things like that. But most of the time, your child's needs on a 504 plan will be addressed through accommodations. Have you liked this series so far? Please comment below, follow me, subscribe to me, and let me know what I can help you.
What are Black parents doing with their Black babies, going to schools where the teachers are predominantly white women, and these teachers and staff are traumatizing your children to the point where your child physically gets ill when having to go to school, oftentimes missing school because it makes them physically sick. It flares up their eczema, stomach aches, it's like, what do you do? I'm an activist and I'm an advocate. I've had meetings, I've written letters, but the damage has been done. It's been going on since kindergarten issues. And this school
Hold on,
system,
I just thought of something.
District, this town,
I just thought of something. Hold on. You know, everything turns to racism. You know that.
Who don't like you because you're Black. And I'm also autistic. Go back and watch this creator's full video.
Hold on. These people are crazy, son. Hold on. See, this is what Umar specialized in.
Single moms with autistic children, please tap in, leave comments. Any advice is desperately needed. This year, my 5-year-old son got diagnosed with autism, learning disability, ADHD. It's also his first year in kindergarten. He was homeschooled up until this year. And let me just tell you, it's been a big struggle and transition. I'm always getting calls. I'm always nervous for what the day holds. If I'm going to get a call, if I have to go pick him up, or if he's not keeping his hands to himself. This year, he won't be continuing at the school he's at now because they don't have the support or what they need for him. He'll be transferring at the end of the year, after New Year's, January, to a different school, which hopefully will be more supportive in giving him a para. Just left his school to talk to a parent because she was concerned because my son, he doesn't know boundaries, he gets very overstimulated. This is his first year in school. He's new to all of this. he doesn't know what's right from wrong, and I'm doing my very best as a single mom to show him and teach him what is right from wrong. She expressed her concerns to me, and I just instantly bawled.
I remember she said she expressed her concerns to me, and I instantly started crying, even though I looked like some sort of street man. But anyway, like I said, they wish everything was okay. And now they realize this is a lot of work. So what's the only thing that she won't do? She won't get a man because she's embarrassed. And it ain't even like that. But that's just how they operate.
Concerns to me, and I just instantly bawled because I was worried about this. I am worried that other parents aren't going to like me because, you know, my son doesn't know better to keep his hands from himself. It's a lot.
Bad box is a life of worry, players.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And I just expressed to her, you know, it's not intentional. He's not doing it on purpose. He's just very always overstimulated, overwhelmed. It's a lot going on in the classroom. It's a different environment. So if any moms out there who have autistic children have any advice or recommendations, please let me know. I could use the help.
It's not funny, guys. It's just everything that where this box leads them. Volume's a little low on that one.
I have 4 kids, and one of my children is autistic. When I was navigating this journey of diagnosis, what to do after that, how to find the right people to support us and him on this journey, I had to.
It's not a game.
Hey, mamas. So let me just say this. Advocating for your child is not always going to be easy, but I promise you it is always going to be worth it, especially if you are raising a child with autism. There are going to be a lot of hard conversations that you are going to have, so you need to get ready.
Here we go. My mom wasn't the best when I was young, but at least I'm not slow. Amen. Ah, you niggas, man. Ah. Shit.
I did just post something that should have been private. But yeah, I don't know. You know, the plan was for us to talk to family and get another input, but I feel like family talk about you the most. So why not put it on my platform where I know other mothers and fathers have experienced the same thing? I didn't do it for no clout. I didn't do it to make him like a villain, you know, none of that. Because he's a father that have feelings, but I just don't understand his feelings. I just don't get it, you know. I feel like the proof is right there in your face. She's autistic. We know this. I done did this. I'm doing this, and that should be what it is. But who am I to say, you know, how long it take for him to process that? I ain't gonna hold you. I just wish he would hurry it up. Because the more he is accepted, the more we can move forward, if that makes sense. But for months and months before 2025 got here, because we are in February, I've been saying like, oh, I think she's autistic. I think this and I think that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Potty training is very hard. Every child is different, but I've had all my kids potty trained before they was 2 years old. When she eat, it depends on what she eat. If she don't want it, at first she was like, oh, I don't want that, I don't like that. But now she'll just cry, break down. She'll throw a fit, she'll throw the plate. If the texture is bad, she'll like do this with her skin, and you know it. Yeah, she'll throw it, she'll cry, she'll break down, and I'm like, okay, this is different. She's having problems with her sleeping. She'll go to sleep, but she'll get up at like 2 a.m., turn on her TV, and be watching TV or playing with toys. You know, no sense of fear. The baby will jump off anything, do anything. Yeah, she stacks things, everything, shoes, clothes, toys, anything. She'll take this hanger and have like 12 hangers, and she'll put this side of the hanger on the other hoop and just keep going until she makes some type of pattern with blocks, toys, remotes, batteries, anything. She'll make her own little patterns on the floor. She's very unique. What makes us fuss?
Get that little girl some train tracks. Get her some real architectural. Get her some puzzles. Get her some, you know. But the problem with this video is the daddy don't want to believe it. The daddy like, nah, I don't make no slow babies, you know. And she's like, nah, but I do, and he don't want to believe it.
The most is how he think. And I just don't understand his way of thinking. You know, he's like, oh, she's too smart to be autistic. She know this, she know that, she know this, she know that. And that's true. London knows a lot. She is not the average 2-year-old. She's very, very smart, but she's very different. And I try to get him to understand just because she's autistic, or before we found out her diagnosis, just because she may be autistic doesn't mean.
It's fucked up, man.
As an autism mom, I try and I strive to be positive. But there's some days like today just suck. And today sucks, bad. Oh my goodness. You know, people just don't have professionalism like they need to. Case in point, TJ usually has speech therapy on Tuesdays through the school at noon. And so usually on some Tuesdays, I have an 11:30 meeting that goes to 12. So, you know, I'm kind of juggling some things to try to make it happen, but I get it done. So today, I didn't receive an email earlier saying we weren't going to have speech. So I was like, okay, well, I'm assuming that we are. Mistake on my part. So we're sitting here at noon on Microsoft Teams waiting for the speech therapist to show up. 5 minutes passes by. She doesn't log on. I send an email. Hey, we're on.
So she trying to get speech therapy.
Sheila Jackson wanted her son who has autism to feel comfortable around police officers.
So why I'm picking up Noah, my son, he's autistic and he's at the ABA program. And I'm picking him up and I hear him crying. I said, oh, what's going on? Whatever. So he
See, I get it. See, I'm like, once I went down this rabbit hole, even though we went down here before, but I'm really starting to understand it now. I'm really starting to understand the Dr. Umar thing. See, because this shit ain't gonna stop. You see what I'm saying? And what Umar was trying to do was get to school so he could take in all these autistic boys. And he wanted to show these parents, your baby is not slow. You don't know how to discipline the child. Now I see what he was trying to do. You understand? Because he sees the problem. He sees that, yo, these children ain't that slow. You know, but these are single moms with autistic babies. How could they ever, you know, put that serious discipline down, you know, like we had? I mean, I'm not saying single moms can't. I'm just saying these women, you know, sheesh. But I see what Umar was doing now. He was really trying to take all these slow boys and show them, look, your baby ain't slow. Now I get it.
Crying and he's like looking for me. Whatever. So he has 2 toys in his hand. And I guess he's mad because he wants to put the toys back on the little bar thing. So he comes out and I'm like, come here, Noah, talking to him. Why he come and slap me? Because he got attitude. I politely slapped him back. So why is the people looking at me like I'm crazy? So after I slapped him, he looks at me and then he gonna come and try to hug me and give me a kiss. No. I said, don't slap me. So they looking crazy because they probably like, this lady is crazy. Why would she slap this baby in front of us? Why would he slap me in front of y'all? I'm embarrassed too. So I feel like, hit me, I hit you back. Call CPS, call whoever you want to. Don't slap me. I was so husband back there snoring and sleep. You should have went to sleep in the first place. That was the problem.
There you have it, man. I'm just letting you know what happens, man. All right. That's all I was saying. He's going to be a danger to society. He's not slow. He knew he was wrong when you slapped him back, and he came and he hugged you. I just ain't want to say nothing. She slapped him back. She came, he hugged her, and now he's chilling. You know, but like I said, these are single moms doing this, man. They, you know, I mean, you could only imagine, you know, the bigger he gets,
Yes, I'm that black mama.
the harder she gonna have to slap. Okay, and she believes that she's ready for that.
I took my daughter out of the United States so she can live a full, independent life of freedom, living with autism. Hello, Blue Hearts.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Okay, this is going to be my first and last time addressing this, but I will never understand why you act intentionally dense about like race in America. Like, this is the United States of America. Race is never irrelevant. Like, it's never irrelevant. Like,
These people are sick. Hold on, Pimpin'. I'm gonna give y'all that funny video me and King Disagreeable watch. It was crazy. It was crazy. That might have been the funniest video we saw, man. That shit was crazy. Y'all want to see something funny? Y'all want to see y'all want to see what big what I can't. It wasn't funny. This is not funny, but it was funny, man. I mean, you want to see where Black Box can take these sisters. Now remember, all this is based on independence and fucking. Let's just call it what it is. I ain't playing no games.
Yeah, that I just can't. I'm so ill. I'm so ill, and I have no energy. My back's hurt, everything's hurting. I'm just getting. She doesn't even care. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't know, innit? But I'm actually even thinking, what am I gonna make for dinner? Probably not gonna make anything. I'm just gonna order something. But then this is like the sad part, like when you just feel like there's no one to help you. This is the part I can't, man. My head is banging, my throat is hurting, my back is aching. They've turned the whole place upside down. And I'm just getting
Smell her bum.
left, right, and center.
Can I see her?
Ouch, Naya!
Yo, don't laugh, man. Yo, that my fault. I didn't, you know, it ain't funny, man. It ain't funny. It ain't funny, man. My fault. My fault. My fault.
So the first day at school, I had to set that bitch off. I really did. My son got in the car and he was crying. He was overwhelmed. His mama, I don't want to go back. You know, I'm being bullied again. You know, they hit me, they punched me in my face, and that's all I need to motherfucker. Let me tell you something. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider, and you don't want to fuck with him. I am the wrong mother to play with. I will tap on your window on a car rider line. Excuse me, ma'am, you might want to get out because we need to have a conversation to figure out what the fuck's wrong with your child because why they won't leave my motherfucking child alone. You don't want to have to see me. I'm a big ass girl, and my temper is not all the way managed. And when it comes to my motherfucking son, I was smiling my mugshot, bitch. I got bond money. Even though I won't get bond out because I'm on papers, but bitch, I'm gonna show up and represent every time when it comes to my motherfucking son. Y'all need to start raising y'all kids right. Start teaching y'all kids to not be motherfucking bullies. Teaching your kids to keep their hands off of other people's children. Because let me tell you something, bitch. I'm locking them up. I'm locking them up. You want to raise NBAs? You want to raise all these motherfucking fighters and future thugs of America? I'm gonna send their ass where they gonna end up anyways. I will press the fuck charges. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. You put your hands on my motherfucking son, and I'm pressing charges. Yes, I.
There you go.
So this is in response to my last post. My child is in school. He receives all therapies. He's been receiving therapy since he was 2 years old. He gets ABA, speech, OT, PT, and I used to be a teacher myself. So he is receiving all of the help that he can get. We don't have support. We don't have family. We don't have friends. So that is what's overwhelming for him. When we go outside for walks and he asks me, can he go see grandma? Can he go see daddy? Can he go see auntie? And I tell him that we can't go. That is a trigger for him, and he responds to it in the way that you saw in that video. He does not know the full, like, people don't want to be involved because he is 5 years old, and I would never talk to him in that way. But him not understanding why I have to tell him no and why he doesn't go places, that is the behavior that. So this is.
You understand, guys? You understand? People don't want to be involved. Listen, man. I also did want to ask the players, you know, should I start dropping on the other channel, man? Because we see this as a dead end here, but we're not dropping this type of content. You know, should we just start dropping, man? Hey, it is what it is, man. It's controversial. Men won't stand. Like, I don't want to stand with these clowns anyway, but like I said, hopefully we can open up the arguments. But for the most part, come on, guys. I'm ready to drop on the other channel. Platt, like I keep telling you, man, you got to go to the back chat because we're trying to start fresh with all you good players and none of these other clown players. And then we're going to see if we can, you know, get some traction. But you have to go to the back chat. And if anyone want to talk about these sisters right here. Oh, Platt, you got to see this, Platt. Before you do anything, watch this.
We need more content. We need more content. We want to see you in your real life. This not real life. I haven't done my baby's hair in a minute. I haven't done my middle child hair in a minute. My youngest is 3. She's ready to be 4, and she's on the spectrum of autism. She doesn't chew, and she doesn't say very many words. However, she's very, very healthy. And so, for me, breastfeeding for 3 years straight has been keeping her the size that she needs to be. She's the same size as a child that eat regular food. You know what I'm saying? That live a regular normal life, if not bigger. Okay. And she's very, very advanced in so many other things, but she just don't chew, and she don't talk. But she'll go and she'll get on the pot. If we continue to be consistent at it, she'll do that. She knows how to work a tablet. She knows how to work a phone. She knows, how, like, to say, hey, I want to read a book, or hey, I want this, I want that, like as far as like gestures, she's good with commands. Like, not saying that she's a dog, but I'm just saying, like, she's the utility.
This woman is sick, man. This woman is sick. Dang. So you basically telling me you could not finished breastfeeding before you did this video. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Y'all, it ain't me. Come on, man. You couldn't do that first, then do the video? Come on now. Come on.
Hey, get your ass over here. She do that. Hey, stop that. She stop. You know, sit down. She sit down. Like, whatever. She sleep through the night. You know.
All right, Platt. You want to see No Man? Let's go to the other one then. You want to see No Man? Hold on. It's a couple, but I want that. I want that breakdown. Where was it? Dang. Where's that Hispanic girl at?
Hey, yo. We are both doing much better today. Much better. I am here back at my son. Just got back to my son's school to pick him up for the day, but he don't get out till 1:30. I always leave a little early in case the traffic is bad or I got heartburn so bad and I haven't even eaten. I keep getting heartburn without even eating anything. Anyway, my baby came back to school today. We were out Tuesday. We were down for the count Tuesday and Wednesday, and it was awful. It was horrible. But we're better now. We're better now. I really need to go get my listen. Anyway, can we talk about my auntie, y'all? Y'all, my auntie want me to date so bad. She can't stand me being single. She can't stand it. She feels like Ash needs a dad and I need a man. I love my auntie. She is my world. I love her. But I think that's a little old-fashioned. I'm not single because I have to be. I'm not single because I have to be. My hair is so sweated out in the back from being sick. I gotta do my hair again. I'm gonna wash it because it's all heavy from sweating and stuff. But I don't have to be single. Can I say that first? This is a choice for me. This is a choice. And it's a choice because I feel that the things that are going on in my life, the complications of being a single mom to a special needs child, I don't want to say that it gets in the way. I want to say that the amount of time that you have to put into taking care of a special needs child does not really give you time for much else. I don't care what nobody else says. It does not give you time for much else. And that would be unfair to my mate. It would be unfair to my mate, whoever, I don't want to say whoever, to him.
Ma'am, you got to tend to that. And I want it, not me, and the brother wants to hit it from the back. So just bend over real, let the dude do what he got to do and get back to it. I don't see what's the problem.
And I get what my auntie is saying, and I love her for it. And she has such a good heart, and she just worries. But I just don't see how I can give this person all of me.
Ma'am, you don't have to. That's the best part about it. Nigga ain't got to be burdened with your shit.
And I will not ever short my son, and I never want to short him.
No. Don't short him. Just let's handle the grown-up stuff.
The person out there that I've known majority of my life. Love him to death. Good guy. Oh my gosh. He's probably one of the best to come up, in our neighborhood. How he turned out. Turned out very well. Very successful. He's a great father. Really good job. Just became a, I want to say the wrong thing, Kappa, I think. He's my ideal man, you know. Everything about him, he's my ideal man. But I know that I can't give him everything, and I know that he deserves a good woman who's going to give him the time and attention he deserves. So, Auntie, if you're watching this, I'm not single because I have to be. Because I don't have to be if I want to give a half-ass relationship. If I want.
Well, you giving half-ass presentation. You knew that you ate your way out of sexiness. You know that you bald-headed. That's all half-ass. We ain't gonna even talk about the box. But ma'am, you basically half-ass. So you using the other half as an excuse. So, you know, like I said, guys, bad box could create a life of worry. And that's just the real story. That box is bad. She knows she ain't got shit else to offer a man. You understand? And I don't want to say this, but a slow baby. And she would rather spare any man that pain. After all, she did it already, and the dude left her because she produced a slow baby. And she got to go up there and do all this stuff. Don't get caught up in the baby. Don't get caught up in the woman. Stay caught up in the box. That's what produced this shit. Worry for multiple people. That's all I'm trying to say. You know? Man, woman, and child all worried up. All because of her box. Hey, y'all, did y'all see every time that she, you know, bends over into the sunlight, you see like the PCOS beard fuzz and strands and shit, you know, of hair and shit. Y'all see that shit?
Or I got heartburn so bad and I haven't even eaten. I keep getting heartburn without even eating anything.
Could you imagine if she didn't have that makeup on, all the hair stubs you'll see?
Anyway. My baby came back this Tuesday. We were down for the count Tuesday and Wednesday, and it was awful. It was horrible. But we're better now.
Wow. Shit. Hey yo. If my gladiator went in the bathroom and saw she had hair coming off her chin, she would lose it. Yo, she would lose it. You hear me? She would lose it. She would lose. She would lose. I mean, I would most certainly laugh, but she would lose her mind. And this woman is just comfortable, cake and makeup all over her beard. That shit is wild. That shit is wild. Talking about, I can have me a man. Right. Hey, auntie, all I got to do is give up this stinking ass pussy. Right. I can have me a man. Well, you just said that your baby is out of control. So you think some man want to come deal with that? You know he don't. So you need to be what you know you are, recreational use. So what you gonna do? Preserve it? Preserve what? Ain't like you losing weight, getting fit. Are you kidding me? My gladiator sleep in the other room. She probably you know, listening and eavesdropping and shit. You know how it is when you're always getting in trouble. You know, I like that. But yeah, that's the story, guys. And like I said, this road right here is endless because Umar, that's all Umar deal with. Umar wants you to come to him with your slow ass baby so he could do the assessment tell you how to maneuver throughout the education system. And that's just how, and this shit is endless. And you kind of could see now why, I guess what they call that stuff, the 501c3s and all that. Oh my God, all that for this. Because of this rising epidemic, which is going to be the next generation of children and growing. So he most certainly was ahead of the game. Because I didn't know it was this bad. But you just start to see more slow babies in the black neighborhoods. And grown-ups. We all had those growing up. But it's just a lot of them now. Shit is wild. Because they think it's cute when the baby's little. That man growing up, that's going to be a man. And they are responsible for raising up this fucked up shit. And I love all the babies, but I'm saying this is what it is. Just trying to show you what the destruction of the black community looks like in every different phase. Ain't none of this shit pretty. And look what she's still talking about with her slow ass baby. Oh, I could be fucking homie. He's the man that I always wanted. And they still got all these fucked up ideas. Listen to this one. Remember this one, King Disagreeable? This no good ass talking about, I want my slow baby to selfishly celebrate when I give them gifts. Like some old weird shit. Like, yo. No, it's rough out here, man.
Check on your friends that have autistic children because we are not okay. My almost 4-year-old son refuses to eat anything. And I mean anything. All of his favorite foods, pizza, dino nuggets, corn dogs. He won't eat anything.
But you got your piercings and your tattoos. That's what's more important. You sit around trying to feed the baby pizza and chicken nuggets. Like, it is what it is, guys. These are the leaders of the new generation is what you need to pay attention more to. These persons with their box is what is this is the next generation, at least out here. Horrible people, man.
Hey guys, this is a video for my SEN parents, okay? Now, if you are a parent to a young SEN child and you're in that place, that confused place, I just want to say some things that will help you a little bit. So in the beginning, when I first found out that my daughter was autistic, I was depressed and I didn't understand these emotions, but now I do. So in the beginning, when you find out that your child is different than what you thought they were going to be, you're going to go through a grieving process. You're going to grieve the child that you once thought you was going to have. Now, when I found out I was having a daughter, I was so excited. I thought my little mini-me, when she says, like when she gets to that one and she starts talking, that we're going to be doing our nails together and just little girly stuff. And when I found out she was autistic, those dreams died. So it's kind of like, yeah, I was grieving that. I was so depressed and I just wanted to be a mother to a daughter that I envisioned, but that was no longer part of my vision because everything has changed now. She got to 1, she wasn't talking, she still isn't saying sentences, but she's now started saying words. But at the time, I couldn't even think. I was just thinking she's not going to talk. It was just, I was in such a negative mind frame. Another thing is I would go past other mothers with daughters and I would feel envy. I would look at them and I would just be so jealous because I wanted that. I wanted a daughter that was saying, "Mummy," that was, do you know what I mean? I just really wanted that. But now I am at the place of acceptance.
There you go, guys. Just trying to help. Okay. Every man I know wants to avoid this. This is not some curse from God. Okay. Don't ever get trapped into that. This is not a curse from God, pimping. Okay. This is some bad box, and this is somebody who didn't care and just wanted to just have somebody calling them mommy and doing nails together. Nothing else mattered. I don't want you to get, sensitive. I want to say soft, bad as hell, pause, but I don't want you to get sensitive to this bullshit. I mean, these are the people that talk about, oh, I had 3 deletions because I didn't want to bring no baby into this world until I had everything that I wanted. And now she had everything she wanted. And she corrupted her body in the meantime. Stay there. Stay there. All right, man. Platt, you gotta hit that link, Platt, so I can send you this channel real quick, man. I want to start dropping, man. You don't gotta get on camera, no dumb shit like that. Let me find this shit real quick. Where's my shit at, B? Interesting. How the fuck was I finding it all the other times? Whatever. Some wild shit. We'll figure it out, man. All right, Platt. Then since you're here, I'll make sure that I'll send it over. Hold on, man. I gotta email it to myself. All right. Hold on. Let me play a video in the meantime. Hold on, man. Because I got to email it to myself. Like, it's a that private chat, I'm going to put it right over there.
I was depressed. So
Hold on. I should have it in my email. Let me play this video real quick. Let's go back to this trick.
Either one of you have help from their fathers. Just ghetto. It's rough. I don't think that the person who I procreated with is a good example. Wow. You have to be able to be patient. Reacting in a negative way towards them, forcing them to be something that they're not.
That's
conducive
not helpful
for them at all.
Yeah.
Was he ever active in his life before the diagnosis?
We were engaged. So that turned into an abusive relationship, and I took the baby and left. Wow. It's not a puppy. I'm not going to force you to be around them. And you can't be in and out. No.
Yeah.
You really can't. You have some amazing friends, but like I just can't leave him with.
There you have it. That's what bad box will get you, pimping. I got it now, Platt. Here we go. Now, I don't bring this up over here on this channel. There it is, Platt. It's a controversial name. Don't laugh at me. Disagreeable and all of them, they laugh at me about this name. You hear me? Now, it's for the brothers to disagree. You understand? It's for the brothers to disagree.
So you telling me. Y'all giving this lady $400,000 and she is trying to get 1 million because she being safe. I don't feel safe in this community anymore because I'm around all of these N-words. They wouldn't be N-words if they wasn't acting like N-words. I'm so scared. Help me. Bitch, I can't believe that all of these racist people is sending you money to move out of the community that you started your shenanigans in. Sharing is caring, bitch. But you just want to be a Karen because he took your baby's toys.
Oh, right. That was that story. Where remember the white girl had beef with the autistic black child, and all of the white people sent that woman a GoFundMe. She raised like $500,000 or something. That was that story. Something like that. You know?
Oh, she always has an issue with it.
No, but that's really the story.
Someone DM'd me recently and they asked me a very interesting question about autism. I still don't know if they're white or not, but I think that they're white. And they're trying to figure out how to not come across as racist when the autism makes it hard for them to talk to like anybody. I hate talking about autism and racism because I feel like a lot of white autistics think that they're immune to being racist. And
It's a lot going on that spectrum. Yeah, Platt, I think I got away with a lot of murder this evening with my gladiator sleep in the next room. I'm a reset and I'm gonna come back and do my little ICE and my immigration stuff. I think I got away with some good time, and I was able to give you the channel. And I'm gonna just start dropping. Fuck it, man. You know, this pre-recorded bullshit. It's all pre-recorded, but it is what it is, man. We'll see what happens. But I'll reset and come back. Thank you.